So over the course of the last 24 hours, the Peyton Bowen battle has become one of the most intriguing battles I can remember in recruiting. The five-star safety was a longtime Notre Dame commit, and institutions such as the Oregon Ducks and the Oklahoma Sooners were pushing hard. On National Signing Day, many people assumed that he would either stay with Notre Dame or flip to Oklahoma. However, it was the Oregon Ducks that came out of nowhere and landed his commitment. However, as things continued to progress, news came out that the letter of intent had not yet been sent in, and now the impossible has happened because Peyton Bowen has pulled off the double flip, flipping from Oregon to the Oklahoma Sooners, and today we need to break this all down. Before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I need to hear from you. Hop down to the comments. Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Are you surprised Peyton Bowen ends up with Oklahoma? And secondly, can you think of a crazier recruiting battle? If you can, let me know. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. Those interactions may seem small, but they are massive to content creators such as myself. But having said all of that, let's jump right into this. And first and foremost, who is Peyton Bowen? Peyton Bowen is the number 2 safety in the class of 2023. He plays at Denton-Guyer High School, one of the premier high school football institutions, not only in the state of Texas, but really in the nation. They play a tough schedule. He's battle-tested. When you watch his film, he's going up against other big-name high schools. He's a 5-star guy, the number 14 player regardless of position in the nation, and the number 3 player in the state of Texas, which is absolutely loaded as usual. Peyton Bowen is someone that pretty much every institution in the nation wanted. However, when he originally made his commitment, it was Notre Dame that won the battle. But that did not stop the likes of the Oklahoma Sooners and the Oregon Ducks from continuing to push. Going down the stretch, this seemed to be a 2-team race, though, between Oklahoma and Notre Dame. So much so that Oregon was scheduled to have a visit with Peyton Bowen that got canceled in favor of Oklahoma. And once that happened, conventional wisdom dictated that it probably was a 2-team race. Which is why on National Signing Day, or early National Signing Day, I should say, so many people were taken aback whenever the image came up on their screen and there were only 2 hats on the table, neither one of them an Oklahoma hat. In fact, we were doing a live stream, and I even said on the live stream, hey, he might have an Oklahoma hat under the table. With these commitments, you just never know. But that never came to be. He put on the Notre Dame hat, took it off, and then put on the Oregon hat, and the college football world online went wild, and deservedly so. First and foremost, the Ducks signed a wild class yesterday, got some big-time flips, and whenever they did this, it just set the college football Twitter sphere off. And trying to explain to people this Peyton Bowen situation is like Charlie trying to explain to Mac where Pepe Sylvia is.
Now let's talk about the mail. Can we talk about the mail, please, Mac? I'm dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay?
It's one of the most intriguing, wild recruiting battles I can remember in quite some time. But now that Peyton Bowen is a member of the Oklahoma Sooners, this is a huge win for the Oklahoma Sooners class. It gives them 3 5-stars going along with Peyton Bowen's teammate Jackson Arnold and 5-star edge PJ Adebayo. And this class for Oklahoma is a top 10 class no matter which recruiting rankings you look at. It's a top 5 class depending on where you look with the addition of Peyton Bowen. And whenever you're looking at the season Oklahoma just had, this is something we kept saying on the live stream yesterday, even if Oklahoma would have missed out on Peyton Bowen. You're still a top 10 recruiting class in the nation after going 6-6. That in and of itself is impressive. But now that you're able to flip Peyton Bowen once again from Oregon to Oklahoma, I think that you have to be over the moon about this addition. This is someone Oklahoma wanted really bad, and I think it puts Oklahoma in a really good spot for the Eli Bowen sweepstakes, Peyton Bowen's younger brother that's in the class of 2024. It's going to be interesting to see how Oklahoma continues to address their needs via the transfer portal. One area we talked about extensively on stream yesterday that I think Oklahoma really needs to double down in the transfer portal, that interior defensive line. That is an absolute must for the Oklahoma Sooners, and who knows? The David Hicks situation is still one we have to watch. Maybe they can pull off a flip there, but that's an area that Oklahoma has got to address this offseason, and I'm going to be really interested in how they do it. But I'm really interested in hearing from all of you, because this Peyton Bowen situation has been wild. This is a huge win for the Oklahoma Sooners. They get a rangy safety that is one of the best players in high school football, one of the most coveted players in high school football for good reason, and he gets added into this 2023 class in which Brent Venables has his first full cycle, and we're seeing top 10 recruiting class. Now I just want to see what they do in the transfer portal. But this class It's a really solid class for Oklahoma. Even if they would have missed on Peyton Bowen, it would have stung. There is no doubt about it. There is no world where you feel better about not having Peyton Bowen a part of your recruiting class as opposed to having him a part of your recruiting class. But even in the event that you wouldn't have landed him, still a top 10 class. 2 5-stars, top 10 after a 6-6 season. I think that's telling, and I think that's cause for excitement because recruits are excited. If you want to know the status of your program, I think that's a great place to look. If you didn't have a year that you were excited about, where are you in recruiting? Because if recruits are still flocking to your institution, if they're still interested, that means there's cause for excitement. That means that there is a reason for fans to be engaged. I'm just super interested to see what Oklahoma does next. But hop down to the comments. Let me know what you're thinking about all this. That's it. See you.